I'll look at the big picture. The storm really doesn't even exist yet. There are a couple of showers in Oklahoma and northwestern Arkansas, but that's about it. It'll tend to sweep eastward. It's off the map yet. What there is of it is there's nothing of it yet, really. But it'll sweep eastward toward the Tennessee Valley, and then it will just suddenly fall apart and regather here. And that's really something that these storms tend to do once they move on toward the east coast in the winter. Winds are dropping off only slowly near the coastline. Farther inland, though, we're seeing winds drop off pretty rapidly, and temperatures are dropping on down into the 20s pretty rapidly as well. These are not low enough coming up at midnight into inland areas. It's around 26, 27 already, and we'll bottom out in the low 20s, 22, 23, 24 into areas, inland rural areas, and we'll bottom out at around 29, 30 near the shoreline where there is going to be some more wind. That'll tend to hold the temperature up a little bit. Cold air needs stillness. The cold air is dense and it tends to sink and drop on down close to earth, but if there's wind, it mixes it all up, so it just doesn't get quite as cold as if there's no wind. And there's not likely to be much wind farther inland coming up. So tomorrow morning around 22, 23, well, inland 24, and then around 29 degrees at the shoreline by tomorrow morning. I'm going with a high of around 38, so colder than what we saw for the day on Thursday. Today, it was 41, but there'll be a lot less wind, so it might be a little more comfortable in some respects. Certainly lots and lots of sunshine for the day. Now we move into Saturday morning. Uh-oh, clouds moving in, snow moving in. But it's not likely to be a huge thing. It's likely to be very, very light snow, and it's likely to change over to all rainfall into the area if this does indeed happen. This is 48 hours out, so to really get a handle on what's going on with this, it just isn't happening quite yet. But it could begin as a little bit of light snow. We're going to switch on over to the European forecast model. By Saturday evening, this has got some snow to the northwest, and what happens is that during the overnight hours, we end up getting rain for most of the area, a little bit of a rain-snow line coming up toward the Williamsburg area, but everything tends to lift northward overnight and into Sunday morning. And then Sunday during the day, pretty much everybody ends up with some rainfall throughout the area. So even if we do get some snow farther southward, according to this forecast model, it's all going to melt. We're just going to turn over to rain, just melt it all right away into the streets. That's where we are by Sunday evening. The heaviest rain is likely to be Sunday during the morning, and then it tends to really lighten up coming up during the overnight hours. Still some scattered rain, possibly a little bit of a wintry mix into parts of the region coming up into early on Monday morning, and then it goes away and we're done with it. How about the GFS forecast model? Now this one by Saturday evening, remember the localized version of Future Track, it had a little bit of light snow into the Hampton Roads area beginning during the late afternoon hours. Now this one is starting to agree with that a bit, so there's wiggle room in terms of what this thing is going to be doing yet. So some uncertainty remains, but we could see it begin as a little bit of snowfall on Saturday late in the afternoon, Saturday during the evening hours. But you'll note it does start to change over to all rain still pretty steadily with this one. And it keeps that rain-snow line up toward the Richmond area, New Kent County, western New Kent County on up toward the Richmond area really by 7 o'clock in the morning. Most, if not all of the area has got some rainfall and temperatures warming into the low 40s. There's where things are by 1 in the afternoon. Coming up on Sunday, still raining. We could see half an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rainfall into the region out of all of this. And as far as snow, yeah, we could see snow all the way, begin as all snow, all the way to the Hampton Roads cities, but it quickly becomes all rainfall and melts whatever snow, if any, does fall. That's where things are by Sunday evening, still raining for the vast majority of us. And then by Monday morning, early, pre-dawn hours, 1 o'clock in the morning, we could see a little bit of a mixture into the area, even on into the daylight hours Monday morning, but it quickly moves on away. And again, we see a breeze coming in out of the north at 14 miles an hour. Now, when we put it all together, it's going to be Saturday night, Sunday, really even into Sunday night. This area, basically from the purple on southward, chances are that we're not going to end up with snow on the ground. We could end up with some significant snow, well, a little bit significant, 1 to 1.5, 2 inches of snowfall at the very beginning. but then it turns over to all rain and just it's all gone again. This could begin as a wintry mix and end as a wintry mix. It could end as a little bit of a wintry mix here, but probably no accumulation. It's likely to be all rain or mostly rain for most of the south side Hampton Roads cities. But once we get closer to the Richmond area, I tend to think we could see 2-3 inches of snow on the ground, and certainly for areas northwest of the Richmond area as well. Now, Jeremy Wheeler is going to have more on this coming up on Wavy News 10 today, 4:30 in the morning and through the day, and you'll see it on the internet as well. And of course, I'll be back during the afternoon hours on Friday. 38 degrees coming up for a high temperature on Friday. We're likely to see lots of sunshine, not as much wind. Colder day, but at least there won't be that much wind. Lots of cloud cover for the day on Saturday. We could see a 30% chance of a wintry mix or even a little bit of snow late in the day. But it quickly changes over to all rain during the evening and overnight hours, and we'll see scattered rainfall during the day on Sunday, especially Sunday morning. And it could be heavy at times during the day on Sunday. And then Sunday night, we could see it change back over into a little bit of a wintry mix, coming to an end early on Monday morning.